Good afternoon folks, or should I say good evening, and welcome back to the channel. And this is just a quick short little vlog, well I should say tonight, because it's starting to go dark. So all day I've been trying to get out, but I had some jobs to do in the house, and because obviously we've got daylight saving here in the UK now and the clocks have gone back, it goes dark early in the evening. So even though it's only, what time are we on now? Oh, we've got a message off Shep. 4:38 in the afternoon. You can see it's starting to go dark, so we're just going to head over to the reservoir. We're going through Tintwistle at the moment, on Woodhead, and just see if we can catch the last of the light. Beautiful pink skies now ahead. It's not been much of a sunshiny day, it's been quite dull. A couple of little bits of rain earlier on, but we had some high winds earlier on as well in the day, and that's what happened this morning. I thought I'll go for a ride, and the temporary roof covering I've got over my shed, or the brick outhouse, was blowing in the wind, and obviously I've got a leak in there. I've got all the washing machine and stuff like that, so I had to go and get some sealant and some other bits and pieces and repair the roof. So that and a few other things at home, and by the time I said to the missus, I said, I've got to go out and get a ride in, but it's going to be dark by the time I get home, because you don't realise now that before you know it, the day's over and we're in the dark depths of winter doom. But anyway, the good thing is I'm out for a little bit of two-wheel therapy, and that's what keeps us ticking. So temperature's dropped a little bit as well. It's been about 11 degrees today. It's probably around 9, so what's that, around 36 Fahrenheit ish. So it's quite chilly, but again, you know me, fingerless gloves, and I don't even think I need the heated grips on today. It's not that bad. But what I will be doing is probably swapping these grips out for a cheap rubber grip, because the aluminium, or the aluminum, if you're from the US of A, I've said this before, it doesn't let the heat go through them. I'm trying to find the easiest way to explain it, but that is it. The heated elements inside, it loses heat through these grips, even though they've got the rubber inserts in, so you only feel it through this part here. Take a moment to look at the glorious view over to the right. So we'll swap these out and try and get some more heat through, because obviously we want to keep riding into the cold as much as we can this year. So I'll just take this moment to welcome the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, and like I said, if it's one particular video you've watched and subscribed, please do check back in the back catalogue. There's plenty out there to keep you going if you've only just recently subscribed. And for those of my usual subscribers, we're working on quite a few things to keep us going through the winter, and it's just going to take a little bit to get going on those. And you know, we've mentioned that 1,000 times, I won't go over it again, but there is other things, and plus the Manchester Bike Show, which I've got to organise with Andrea, the other Northwest Ambassador. So it's a bit of a daft time that in January, because trying to fill up the stands with bikes, you know, it's weather dependent, and that we cannot guarantee. There was a body found over there once, just inside that little inlet before the wood starts. I think it was in a suitcase, all cut up and burnt. Nice. So the colours on the trees now are just starting to turn. I don't know how the light's picking it up now, obviously it's fading, but we've got some beautiful autumn colours coming through on the pass. come on. Just a bloody nice place, that's all it is. Woodhead Reservoir from the other side. So it's actually probably a lot darker than what the GoPro's picking up at the moment. We're really heading into dusk now, but looking through the camera's eye there, it's doing its job on keeping some of the lighting. But as you can see, I always wonder, though, that house is a beautiful house over there. Looks like an old pump station next to it as well. Lovely little house, but to live on this road is one of the busiest roads between sort of Manchester and Sheffield here in the northwest of England. And as you can see by the amount of headlamps travelling down the road, you know, that's at this time on a Sunday now. It is absolutely bedlam in the weekdays, mornings, and all through the day, with people going about the usual business. And this is always a weird house as well. Look, it looks sort of half demolished at the end, boarded up. I don't even think it's lived in, but again, beautiful house. I don't know what it was supposed to be, but then there used to be a railway at one point that went along here. It was a London Trail, so a railway came alongside and then disappeared under a tunnel at the end, and now this is the footpath down there where the trees are, and we can just pick them up. That's where the railway would have been, and then down here as well. So they've landscaped it all now, but yeah, it used to be. Now it's a footpath. No overnight camping, fires or barbecues. The police have the power to seize and remove a motor vehicle if the vehicle is used in a manner that constitutes an offence on or off the road. Don't know what that's about, but even a toilet. I've never been up here, so a bit bleak and windy. I might look at that on the map. That's trail rider stuff. Which brings me to another subject, which we'll talk about that when we get back on the bike. So the idea was today, this morning, I was going to head to a different destination and maybe take the drone out. But with high winds, the drone was out of the question today. Yeah, anyway. Till this time of year I'm steaming up. The pin lock's not doing a good job. Got to watch on these bends, because I say you're going to have some of that water run off as well over the road that comes down from the hillside on the left and feeds back down to the reservoir on the right. And obviously the time of year, not too bad just yet, but you're going to have leaves and all sorts, a little bit of water there, you see. And damp road down here now as well, which is a shame. Some of these corners are quite unique. Bloody bright headlamps. Have a bit of my day maker. Just got to be a bit extra careful now, because it is quite dark here. My eyes are just streaming the road before I take the turns. The temperature's definitely dropped as well since I said before. It's probably, I'm feeling it on the chest now, it's probably around 7-8 degrees. And that should have been third gear. So I feel like we've got a shout now for you guys to hear, because the wind has really picked up again. I think when we was down in the dip away from it, it wasn't so bad. So that brings me to narrowing that second bike choice down that I've been talking about on and off over probably the last few months. And you know, some of the answers you guys gave to the question as well, over the sort of bike I should have to keep the 48 company in the garage. So narrowing choices down, because I've been looking at quite a few now, and the sort of different genres of bike, if that's the word, So of course, you know, you all know I absolutely love the Street Glide. I think it's a fantastic touring bike, blah blah blah, fits the bill and all that. But you know, sometimes I think, well, I've got the Sporty in the stable, I've got the Harley badge there. You go for 2 HD bikes or something completely different, and obviously it's got to fit the bill for the Mrs. Touring as well. And I know I'm not going to go into detail because I've talked about it on and off, but I think narrowing the choices down, I'm starting to like just 4 or 5 bikes, narrowing it down. There's a BMW, the 1250 RS, Sports Tourer, the BMW R50 RT, which is more of a touring bike as well, which is set up more for that, so I know it's very comfortable at the back for pillion. Triumph Tiger 900, possibly the Rally Pro, and you know, I still haven't discounted looking at the Pan Am again and going for a test ride on that, so that's sort of narrowing the choice down a little bit, in my opinion. So I'm going to be looking very, very closely at the specs on those as we draw into these colder months. So it's just starting to dip a little bit more, that temperature, and you know, we're not moving that fast as well at the moment, but it's probably time to flick the heated grips on. Okay, so the beauty about these ones, the Heat Demon grips, it's a long time since I mentioned that, it was a couple of years ago I think, but the Heat Demon grips, the way that the controls fit around the handlebars, they're so ergonomically designed that a lot of people don't even know I've got them fitted, and they look like a factory fitted option. I absolutely love them. So that's Heat Demon. You can go for, you know, there's different Spider there, Can-Am maybe. You know, there's so many different options, and the Oxford ones are quite popular here in the UK as well, but the box control just, it would not suit the Harley. They're okay on some of the adventure bikes, but they don't suit the Harley. But these Heat Demon ones, I thoroughly do recommend them, and with the right grips on, they do get hot, you know. And then again, coming into this time of year now, a lot of people do say, you know, what's the best gloves to use? My hands are bloody cold. You know me, I try and ride with a fingerless as long as I can without having to change, and I do have a great set of bobhead gloves as well. But I have mentioned before, the reason to do that is purely because of camera, you know, operation, and there's a few people that agree with me on that. I think even Bogan's one, he's the same, he doesn't like wearing gloves because of operating the cameras, because I don't like to record all the time. It's nice just to clip record, stop, start, stop and start, and you can't do that when you're riding half the time with a big thick pair of gloves on. So that's one of the reasons why I do that. Oh, my grips are lovely and toasty warm now. Just forgot to zip my jacket up. So we're heading back down the hill, back to not too far from where I live, but yes, back to it, back to the grind tomorrow. But like I said, it's only a short little run around, so if you're watching still, thanks for joining me on this not so epic trip of destination fuck knows. There's your title, guys. I'll just add on as a finishing note as well, friend and fellow motor vlogger Crazy Legs on a bike, just watching his latest vlog, and it's just about mental health, so I'll just nip on that one quick and just say that if anyone's struggling out there, obviously a lot of people ride to keep the demons at bay, but if anyone else is struggling for any reason, then please reach out to someone else, and including myself, we're all there to talk if you need us. That's not just in the motor vlogging community, but everywhere. There is always someone there for you, so I'll just put that out there. But on a final note, like I said, we've got hopefully the weather's alright next Sunday, which is the Ring of Red, which is a charity ride around the M60 motorway here around the northwest of Manchester. And that includes clubs, not just from Sports for Sickness, but from all sorts of bikers, solo bikers, clubs, you know, MC clubs, and various other MCCs, and all sorts of walks of life and makes and manufacture of bikes. So if the weather's right next week, obviously it's still going to head regardless of whether it rains, but that should be from next week, and a couple of little garage vlogs in between if I am not working 93 hours a week in my day job. I'll try and bring them to you. But on that note, thanks for watching this short little ride of destination fuck knows from ALCHEMOTO. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, please press the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and please do feel free to comment, because I will always get back to you. I do enjoy the banter. And don't forget, the biggest one of all, please like the video. On that note, I'll see you later folks. ALCHEMOTO for now is signing out.